So, you've decided to become an options trader and join the infamous Wallstreetbets, where you are accompanied by a full spectrum of investors, from yoloers to chads and even some happy bears, who, like yourself, are all on the subreddit trying to collect tendies in hopes of one day sailing off on their yachts. But this is a high-stakes world you've joined, and for every trade that moons, there's another that guzz. From the outside, it's easy to cast doubt on this entire subreddit and write it off as a collection of degenerate gamblers who glorify losses and propel the illusion of quick gains. But if we look closely and examine this subreddit, there's actually some really smart people here, and a way we can use this subreddit to generate our own consistent returns. However, for gambling addicts like yourself, you've ignored the loss porn and jumped in head first because stonks only go up, money printers go and soon you'll be the mayor of Tendie Town. You're tired of the FOMO, and you're ready to YOLO. Unfortunately, you're too broke to make any trades. And you didn't watch my video on free money. So, you're only left with one option. You apply for a new credit card and do a credit balance transfer for $5,000. I mean, it's only a 4% fee, and you don't have to pay interest for a year. And by that time, you'll be on your moon yacht, and $5K will seem like toilet paper. So, you use your transfer to buy some Tesla 600s that expire in 36 hours to play the Tesla earnings tomorrow, because it literally can't go wrong, according to some guy on Reddit. You stay up all night wondering what you'll do after earnings tomorrow. You envision what your life will be like as the mayor of Tendie Town. Yay! You write a draft email to your boss telling him to go himself, because mayors don't need referrals from assistant managers like Carl. You fantasize about how you're going to be able to afford that testicular enhancement surgery you've always wanted. So you'd finally have the balls to tell your dad what you actually think about him, and the money to move out of his basement. That'll show him. At some point in time, you must have fallen asleep, because you wake up to the sound of your alarm. You open your Robinhood and...
Red? Red? Why is everything red? That guy said it was foolproof.
After a quiet morning of self-reflection, and a quick check to make sure you never actually emailed your boss, you remind yourself, you only have to hit it big once, stonks only go up, and some frogs can change genders when gender proportions are out of whack in a population. You decide to just consider this an expensive education and stupidly get ready to make your next trade. You transfer $10,000 of student loan money into Robinhood. It's a federally backed loan, locked in at a low rate, and student loans will probably get wiped out if Biden wins anyways.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
You decide to be a little more conservative this time, so you buy Tesla 500 calls that expire in a week. The market clearly overreacted to Elon's remarks on the earnings call when he stated he wanted to crossbreed humans with armadillos, so they would have a better chance of surviving the radiation on Mars. You've done your DD, money printers go and stonks only go up. You wake up the next morning to find out Elon's had a tweet storm last night. He said, "Teslas are actually stupid cars. I want to start making rocket-powered water slides because it's the only thing that brings me joy anymore. I plan on spending the rest of my life enjoying my rocket-powered slides with my robot son." Tesla tanks, and you are so... You realize how screwed you are and start to consider bankruptcy. But, unfortunately for you, student loan debt doesn't disappear after bankruptcy. So, now that you've lost 15 grand, are you ready to retire from YOLOing and learn how some Wall Street bettors actually beat the market?
No.
Oh, grandson, is that you? Oh, you're so big, I haven't seen you in so long. You visit your lovely but smelly Gam that you haven't seen in 8 years and suffer through an entire game of Phase 10. You tell her that you have the greatest investment opportunity of all time and are willing to split it with her, but you just need some startup capital. Oh, exciting. Here you go. Get that birthday card money out of here, Gam. We're talking real capital here. You eventually convince her to take out a second mortgage for your great investment opportunity that you found. Elon has clearly lost his shit, so it's time to buy some puts. You go all in on Tesla 300s. This is your big short. As soon as you place your bet, you pull up Elon's Twitter.
Say something stupid, Rocket Boy.
30 seconds goes past, and he hasn't tweeted anything. This is weird, but maybe he's drafting a really crazy tweet. Something that's going to crater Tesla, more than a starship running into the moon at full speed. A week goes by, and still pure silence. People are speculating whether Elon's still alive. Did Elon already leave for Mars? Or was he an armadillo all along? Oh, there it is. A tweet about booty shorts? Boom! Tesla jumps 25% instantly.
What?
Well, that's it now. You can't pay Gam Gam back. The bank's gonna repossess her house, and she'll be put in an old people home. And you'll have to spend 80 hours a week serving tendies instead of enjoying them.
You're just proving that Wallstreetbets is gambling. I thought this was about making money and beating the market.
Yes, you're right. This video is about making money. Good job. What is something your dad will never say to you for $500, Trebek? But yes, Wallstreetbets does produce consistent returns. Just, not for the yoloers. You see, hidden amongst these cash-advanced, second mortgage, student loan money gamblers is a group of true investors. People who take these stupid trades and transform them into monthly cash for themselves. Anytime someone buys a $600 Tesla call, someone is on the other end selling that call. This group of actual tendie slingers is known as Theta Gang. Alright, use your imagination for a second. Wallstreetbets is like a group of old senile people who sit in front of slot machines all day, flushing their pensions down the toilet so they can enjoy the dopamine rushes of flashing lights and fleeting winds. You denied Gam Gam that glorious future, by the way. They took all my jewelry! In this scenario, Theta Gang is actually the casino, collecting your life savings from your stupid bets. There's a couple basic ways Theta Gang does this. If a member of Theta Gang owns 100 shares of Beyond Meat, for you YOLOers still watching, I know I'm throwing out some crazy terms now, but a share is different than a call, and there's plenty of resources to learn what a share actually is, so I won't go into that here. The Theta Ganger, who sold this call, thinks that over the next 5 to 10 years, Beyond Meat is going to be worth a lot more than it currently is. However, they think it's going to be a slow, steady ride to get there. So, they sell monthly covered calls about 10% out of the money to generate an extra $125 a month. Some gambler, like yourself, is willing to take the bet that it's going to spike more than 10% in a couple weeks. In this scenario, the yoloer only has about a 20% chance of success. And even if it does spike more than 10%, the Theta Ganger gets all the profits up to 10%, plus the $125 that you already paid them. Remember, the house always wins in the long run, and you're in Theta Gang's house. They're basically selling lottery tickets and then living off the profits, or reinvesting the profits so they can sell more lottery tickets in the future. And there's a ton of strategies that Theta Gang uses. Covered calls like we just mentioned, naked puts, call credit spreads, put credit spreads, iron condors, steel muscadillos, and the wheel, which is basically the human centipede of stock options. All of these strategies are designed to take money away from degenerative gamblers and give it to people who know how to take care of it. The stock market is overseen by the one true god of money, and he will always make sure that money gets back to his disciples. The real tragedy here is that you YOLOers don't even know what good tendies are. You're running around chasing microwavable frozen Tyson tendies, while Theta Gang is eating gourmet flamin' hot tendies over here. You didn't even know tendies could be that delicious. So, if you're dreaming of cruising off into the sunset on your flamin' hot tendie yacht, there's clearly only one way to do it.